But we have mom back here, and I think we can click on her and have her do light a candle while Adrian is doing her speech. Okay, so now we just need to lead some more funeral activities. So I'm going to click on funeral, and I'm going to pretend to wail. Oh my gosh, that's not funny, but it is. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kendra Plays The Sims, and for today's video, I'm just going to be playing through part 5, I think, of Life and Death. So if you haven't been watching the other parts, I would recommend you go ahead and watch them now. That way you get an idea of what's happening with the Johnson family. So if you're interested in watching that, just go ahead and stay tuned. But first things first, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. That way you always see my future content. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm back with the Johnson family, and they're obviously very sad about Dad's passing. So if you haven't watched the last episode, like I said, I will go ahead and do that now because Dad passed away in the last episode. So if you want to know what happened to him, I would recommend you go and watch that because it was crazy. Basically, our pet crow was having enough with Dad, and it was like, you gotta go. So that's pretty much what happened. So I'm going to make sure that I have Adrian take off of work because she definitely doesn't need to go. I'm going to take family leave for the moment. I'm going to do the same thing with Mom. I'm going to have them take off of work because they don't need to be working. So let me scroll down. Take family leave. Okay, so she's only on bereavement for 1 day. Adrian is, and I think we'll probably take today to go ahead and have Dad's funeral. Okay, Grim said he's leaving. I thought he was already gone, but hey. Okay, so Mom is very sad, so I'm gonna see if there's any options to like cry or anything like that. We can start her will though. We might go ahead and do that. There's an event on the calendar. I think it's tomorrow where you can go and actually have your will done. So I probably will do that tomorrow. That way Mom can start her will because you never know where you're going to go. Okay, so we've got our calendar opened up and now we have the option to add a funeral event. So I'm just going to add that now. I'm going to click on this plus sign. It says click to invite Sim, and the departed Sim is Adam Johnson. So we're going to go with him. The host will be the mom. Let's invite our guest. We don't have a whole bunch of friends, but we're just gonna do, mostly everybody is like a ghost he was friends with. What in the world? He was like cool with all the ghosts. Guess he was so cool with them he became one. A hired mourner. We're just gonna hire somebody to mourn. That's interesting. And an entertainer. What is an entertainer for a funeral? I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna look at our dress code and I'm gonna go for polished, and I'm gonna go for black. So in terms of activities, I'm just going to, and you have to have 3 required. So I'm going to mourn the deceased, give a eulogy, and maybe we should light some candles. That should be interesting. All right, and the last thing to do is to pick a venue. So we have to pick where we want to go. And I could have sworn there was another place to go. There's a bar. The cemetery. I think that's where we'll have to go. The cemetery. And I'm gonna do now and see what happens. Okay, so we're currently having a funeral. And as you can see, Mom is giving a eulogy. So we're just going up and talking about Dad, basically. So the next thing that we need to do is light some candles and mourn the deceased. So I'm just gonna mourn Adam while we're here, and I think I'm also gonna update the frame and flowers. Okay, so we're leading these funeral activities, and now we're just needing to light some candles as well. Oh, well, they're going crazy, pouring one out for Adam, all of it. Okay, so I think I'm also going to have Adrian do the same thing. So I'm going to have Adrian go up and have a eulogy and have her eulogize mournfully. Okay, so we're leading some of these funeral activities, and there's a lot going on. Oh my gosh. And the last thing that we need to do is light candles for Dad as well.
Mersha. Varric Grebe. Delish.
So Adrian's just providing her eulogy. And as you can see, all of Dad's friends are here, and the person that we hired to be a hired mourner, even though we probably didn't need him. I could be wrong. I thought something was on fire. But we have Mom back here, and I think we can click on her and have her light a candle while Adrian is doing her speech. Okay, so now we just need to lead some more funeral activities. So I'm going to click on funeral, and I'm going to pretend to wail. Oh my gosh, that's not funny, but it is. Okay, so Adrian's still giving her eulogy, which is really nice. And then we can also add the ghost to household. What else can we do? We can mourn and leave a sugared skull offering. What is that? So we're gonna mourn Adam here too. So I'm gonna sign a picture. Okay, there we go. It feels a lot better now. Okay, so I've done all the things except for leave a sugar skull offering. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know what that's gonna do, actually. I'm kind of scared to see what's gonna happen. Maybe it's just a way to honor. I don't know. A sugar skull offering, like what? I don't know what that is. Okay, success. What just happened? Success. Eleanor's gesture of respect was appreciated. The ancestors have heard her call and sent a Day of the Dead celebrated to roam the neighborhood. Okay, so Mom's just in here talking to herself. And I'm just gonna give pep talk. And Adrian's still asleep in that crib. She's really doing bad. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this new funeral interaction, and I think it's actually really good, especially for this pack, but just to be able to mourn your Sims when they pass is really great. So we're just gonna finish out this funeral, and now we're just reminiscing about the deceased. So I'm gonna mourn Adam as well, and I like how too you can actually add a ghost to your household. So I like how you can add them in at some point if you want to. So this event is almost over, and as you can see, Adam was well loved, obviously, especially by his ghost friends. And Adrian is here as well, and I don't really think she got to do any interactions with the urn. So I'm going to mourn him. Okay, so we've got Adrian back as well, and so now we're going to have her do some stuff for the funeral. And there's a lot going on in here. Like, it's so loud. It's so loud in here. Everybody's mourning at the same time. And I'm just going to keep mourning Dad. And then I'm also going to click on strengthen connection to the spiritual world. It says Adam's connection to this world is slowly withering. And then someone just sent us a text message offering us their condolences as well. So that's a new interaction that you can get. Okay, so we've made it back home, and obviously everybody is feeling very sad. So it's going to be a couple of days before they're feeling better. As you can see, they're very sad, and I don't know if there's going to be anything we can do to to change that, honestly. So I'm just gonna have Adrian sit on the ground. And mom is going to give herself a pep talk. So I'm just gonna let Adrian watch TV for a little while. Just let them relax after this super long day. I'll probably send them to sleep because they probably need it. But Adrian's actually going to grab a serving of bread, which I hope is good. It is. And she's not having fun at all. It's been a long day. Maybe we should have her pull a tarot card. So we're going to draw a nightly reading first because I want to see what's going on with this day and see what pops up for us and see if this actually matches what's going on. So let's see what we get. It says the world. You draw closer to your goals and purpose. Finalize these successes, reflect on your progress, and bask in the endless joy. Chances are you have much to celebrate. It says promotion or marriage is desired. Interesting. Okay, so let's have her go ahead and get her piece of bread so she's not hungry. And we'll probably have her work on something for fun. Maybe we should do something that will provide her a little bit of fun. I don't know exactly what that could be, but we do have a computer upstairs. So maybe we should do that because we definitely still have to work in the morning, unfortunately. But I think I'm just going to have her play a game and have her play Incredible Sports. That way she can take her mind off of dad passing. And as far as Eleanor goes, she's hungry as well. So I'm just going to send her to eat. And then I'm probably going to have her rest for the night because I know she's probably feeling sad, especially after her husband passed. Okay, so I'm back with mom and Adrian and they're both off today, but I definitely want to have mom work on her aspirations and I want to have Adrian do the same thing. So we have to have Adrian get up to a level 2 in writing. So that's what we're doing right now. And for mom, we're currently writing obituaries. That way we can increase our writing level. And then we're going to go into our thanatology books as well. So reading theories or ordering thanatology skill books. And she wants to find a rare item in a crypt. So that should be interesting. There's a lot to do with this aspiration. Okay, and it says born and died, survived by, preceded in death by, services on Saturday, a kind soul, a difficult loss, rest in peace. And so we're just letting mom do her own thing.
Good boy.
And as you can see too, they're mourning as well. So I wonder if we have any other interactions as well. Maybe with our phone. I did find that you can do grief counseling. So I want to see and send Adrian off to grief counseling because I want to see what happens with that.
Warno oops. With a charm.
And it says a funeral director position could be in Adrian's future. So we might transition from being an actual Grim Reaper to maybe being a funeral director. I don't know. That should be interesting. And I don't know if that grief counseling did anything. She didn't like the sun. No, it says waste of time. As if some sim overanalyzing Adrian's life and throwing out some fortune cookie quips can solve all of her problems. What a quack. It actually made her angry. Ooh. So we went to that grief counseling for nothing, is what it seems like. So we're just going to let Adrian do her thing. And around 12 o'clock, maybe we'll have Adrian write some goals after she gets done mourning under the covers. So I'm going to go to her bucket list and I'm going to write a goal. So maybe writing the goals and stuff will get us out of our headspace. I don't know. So we're just going to write a goal and maybe do a couple. And that's what we'll focus on in the next episode, is just fulfilling some of these goals and see what it looks like to go along on this soul's journey. Okay, so we got a pop-up that says Ravenwood Family Day, and it says that the festival is now stopping. Stop by to participate in the frog finding contest. Try out the tasty boiling death frog hot pot. Visit the collector and learn more about wills and crows. Okay, so let's show festival event info. Okay, so with this, it starts at 12 and ends at 8, and we can do gift giving, crow discovery. I wish we would have known that in the last episode. frog finder, and consult an inheritance lawyer. So we're going to travel to Ravenwood Family Day. And we're going to do both Adrian and Mom. Okay, so we're here at the festival, and we had Mom go over to this inheritance lawyer and inquire about a will. And now it says up here in the notification wall, it says Eleanor has created a will which can now be found in her inventory. It's now up to her to decide who is most deserving of the inheritance. Keep in mind that simoleons from the Johnson household cannot be passed down to other households unless Eleanor is the last sim in the household to die. Okay, so good to know. So now let's go in her inventory. Let's see. And I'm going to read my will first before I update it. Let's see what it says. There's no telling what's going to pop up. I'm really scared to see what's going to happen, honestly. Okay. We don't have that many actions, so we're just going to go ahead and update our will. And I'm going to leave my simoleons. Give 100% of household funds to... Ooh. Can we give it to another household? They will leave Adrian without money, though. See, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to update that. Sim remains. Funeral activities. I'm going to pick which funeral activities I want. I want somebody to play an instrument. I want them to give toast. And I want them to mourn me. And maybe serve some food. And then I'm also going to go into updating my will. Sim remains. And then I'm going to select what I want to be left in. So let's see. Do we want to be left with... I think I'm going to go with this urn right here. I think that would be a nice one. So she's just updating her will while we're here, which I'm super happy about because I was so scared that she wasn't going to be able to have one. And then I think I can leave a personal note, set a motion, and I'm going to do inspired for our daughter as well. And lastly, going to leave a personal note and just write a personal note. And it says something like, I love you. Always remember that. So Mom is just writing up her will. And we're getting that updated because we definitely need to after what happened with Dad. So we've consulted with this lawyer over here. And we've gotten everything squared away in terms of our will. And now I think we should just set up our heirlooms at this point. And these little... ghosts are here too. I'm gonna seek catharsis. I was trying to with Adrian, but she just wants to sleep. But we might wake her up. So I want to interact with these little ghosts. So let's consult. They're all busy right now, it says. I don't know what they're busy doing, but hey. We're gonna use this fountain though to search for frogs because I know that's a big part of actually doing this festival, so that should be interesting. Oh my gosh. She's legit looking for frogs. Okay, so Mom is just making friends. And I don't know about these other little ghosts. We're gonna seek catharsis about sadness. So I'm gonna see what it looks like to interact with these little tiny ghosts. Oh, and I like this new swing set here too. This is a very interesting event, to say the least. Okay, we just got 25 simoleons, maybe for searching for frogs. And now that we've made it back home, I just want to start knocking some stuff off of this soul's journey. So the first goal that Adrian has is read for an hour at the library. So we're just going to travel over to a library and we're going to pick a book to read for an hour and accomplish one of those goals. So let's go ahead and have her travel out. Okay, so I decided to come to Willow Creek and we just want to have her read for an hour. So we're just going to look up some historical deaths. I wonder if that will fulfill her goal at all, or if she has to just read just in general. Okay, she has another goal too. So she wants to make 10,000 simoleons in live mode. Okay, so we have her reading a little bit, and I wonder if this is going to fulfill that hour that we need. We'll see. We'll see once the hour goes by if it actually worked. And hopefully it does. And it did not. Okay. Okay, so we fulfilled that, and it took us ahead a little bit. So now we're up to making headway. It says Adrian is gaining momentum. With this reward tier unlocked, enjoy extra skill gain bonuses to help her through life. Okay, good to know. And it says Adrian is off to a good start in her soul's journey. With this achievement, Adrian now gains extra satisfaction points. Okay, so we have successfully checked off one of those goals, and that took us to the next tier. So now we have to just work our way through this, and we may or may not make it all the way to the end. That's okay. I just want you all to see what goals look like. So I think this is the perfect place to end off this gameplay, just because a lot has happened. We had the funeral, we had them start off their goals, just going home, have Adrian go to a grief class, and it did not work. You know, there was so much that went on in this episode. So that's pretty much it for this episode. And in next one, we'll check some more stuff off of these bucket lists. And we'll also work on those aspirations too. If you made it to the end of this video, I would just like to say thank you so much for sticking around, and I really hope that you're enjoying this Life and Death expansion pack. And let me know what you're thinking about it down in the comments, because I really want to know your thoughts about this expansion pack. And if you've liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you always see my future content. And I'll see you soon.